Welcome, it's Penny. Yoga feels absolutely wonderful. I am so excited for you to start your journey with yoga or to continue it. For practice, have your mat. If you'd like a bolster, and if you'd like blocks and a strap. We are going to get started in a standing position called mountain pose. Ground both of your feet, big toes, pinky toes, and heels. Just feel the weight evenly distribute, providing a very firm foundation. Lift your kneecaps up by firming your thighs. Draw your belly towards your spine. Hug your ribs together. Palms are towards me, fingers reach down as the crown of your head reaches up. Mountain pose. Like a mountain, you are standing tall, confident, unmoving. If you like, shut your eyes. Just notice the stability and the strength it takes to be still. With your eyes shut, it instantly brings you in. You're able to notice subtleties with your body, breath, mind. Really think about meeting yourself exactly where you are at. Letting go of expectations, judgment, just allowing yourself to pick what you need to feel better. Yoking your body, mind, and spirit. Giving yourself permission to make modifications, to take breaks, to simply breathe deep. I'm going to open your eyes. Inhale up, pinky to pinky, palm to palm. Exhale, press your palms together. And continue. Inhaling, feeling all that wonderful length. Exhaling, slightly pressing your palms, feeling your abdominals engage. Start deepening your breath, taking it all the way into your belly, and perhaps an audible exhale. Sometimes it feels good just to make a little noise. A few more rounds of deep, diaphragmatic breath. One more. Hands at heart center. You can stay facing me. I'm just going to turn to the side to show. See how long your spine is right here. Put a bend in both of your knees. We're going to be taking a hinge right from your hips. So hands go to the thighs, hinge forward, and then hinge back up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, and then to your thighs. Bend your knees, take that hinge, gaze goes down, and then it comes up. Inhale. Very important to perfect this hip hinge. Your spine is the same right here in the hinge as it is when you're upright. And please note, we're about to move into a forward fold. However, if that doesn't serve you, you can always just replace it with this hip hinge, keeping your head above your heart. One more hip hinge. Now inhale up, and we're gonna move into a forward fold. You may wanna watch the first time. Bend your knees, reach your fingers out to the side, chest is open, hinging from the hip as if you are diving. Just very slowly diving forward, and then letting everything fold. Your head hangs, your arms hang, feeling the whole back body opening. Keeping your breath nice and fluid. And then inhale into a half lift. So hands are right by your shins. And again, your back is flat. If you can do this from the floor and keep your back flat, that is fine. For most of us, coming about mid-shins or maybe even a bit higher will get you to your neutral spine a bit better. Think of pressing your hands towards your shins, dropping your shoulders down. Chin is a bit off of your chest and you are gazing down. Now release into the fold. So you just let your upper body get so heavy here. You can shake your head, yes, no, your arms. And then put a deep bend in both knees. And you're gonna reverse that hinge up with a long spine. Pinky to pinky, palm to palm, reaching up, and then exhaling, hands to heart center. Return to mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, and this is called a swan dive. Swan dive forward, and then forward fold. Inhale, half lift into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in both of your knees. Reverse your swan dive all the way up. And then exhale, press your palms together at heart center. We're gonna flow through this a few more times. So just allow yourself to take deep breaths and really notice what's going on in your body, breath, mind, and even energy. So from mountain pose, inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees, hip hinge like you're moving through water, and fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in your knees, reverse your swan dive, reach up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Mountain pose. I'm gonna turn towards you for this next round. Inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive forward, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse your swan dive all the way up. And then take your hands to heart center and we'll pause right here. Your feet are hip width apart. Shoulders soft, palms press. Bending your knees, sinking your hips back. Feeling that firm foundation between both feet. Right now we're in chair pose. Feeling the strength of your legs, drawing your belly up and in and keeping your spine long. Stay right there. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can again just see chair pose from a little different angle. And chair pose could be right here, up a little higher. It could be right here. If it feels good, you could even sink down a bit longer. And then return up. Open your chest. Shoulder blades come together. Fingers reach down. Inhale up. Exhale, sink into chair. Pause for a second, take a breath. Feel the strength of your legs. Push through both feet, come up, open up. Opening your heart center, your chest, the front of your shoulders. And take a big breath in. Exhale, sink into chair. Press through your feet, open. Inhale up. Exhale, sinking into chair. And then open. Return to mountain. Let's put all of those moves together. Inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees. Swan dive forward and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse your swan dive all the way up, nice and slow. Hands come together, sink down into chair. Press up, open your heart center. And return to mountain. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up, get taller. Exhale, soften your knees, swan dive, and let it go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse your swan dive, deep bend in both knees. Sink into chair. Press through your feet, come up, open your chest. And now return, mountain pose. Take your hands to heart center. Relax your shoulders, and you can either look down softly, so just finding a soft spot to look at. It's called a drishti in yoga. Or you can even shut your eyes and just take a minute to notice the subtleties. What has shifted? Body, mind, energy from the flows that we just did. And then open your eyes. Now come to the very top of your mat. Mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive forward, and fold. Inhale, half lift. Now exhale, fold. Step both feet back, and we're just gonna come into all fours to start. So a tabletop position. You may want to pad your knees. Your hands can be spread wide apart, called starfish hands, or you could even make fists for wrists. Hips and knees are stacked. Shoulders and wrists are stacked. So we're gonna move into what is called cat and cow. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, look up, lift your chest. As you exhale, draw your belly towards your spine and round your spine. Inhale, open your heart center, and then exhale, round. You may even want to shut your eyes as you're flowing through this extension and flexion of your spine. Just notice how each time you flow through cat and cow, You increase the mobility of your spine. As you round up, your head gets heavy. And then as you look ahead, dropping the shoulders from the ears. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Your perfect pace. And then pause right in tabletop. Bring your big toes together, open up your knees. The next pose is called child's pose. And there's a variety of ways that we can do this. One way is coming onto the forearms and just taking your bottom back towards your heels to where it feels comfortable. So you're relaxing your shoulders. If it feels good, you can also go back further and stay right here in this forearm position. Or you can reach your arms forward, relax your head down. You can also stack your fists and place them right between your brows, letting your head and neck relax. Or you could even take your hands, palms up to the sides, and your forehead down. So just take a moment and play. It may feel good to shift your hips slightly, side to side. Just notice what feels right for you. Coming back to that concept of meeting yourself where you're at. Letting go of expectations and allowing yourself to give your body what it needs right here, right now. And wherever you're at in child's pose, just try to relax a little deeper. Take a few deep breaths. We're going to walk ourselves back up onto all fours. Remember, you can do starfish hands or fists for wrists. Let's flow through cat and cow one more time. Inhaling, looking ahead. Exhaling, rounding your spine. Try to deepen your breath this round. Exhaling as you round, as you come in. And then inhaling as you open. And starting to connect movement with breath, which is very meditative in nature. One more cat and cow. And then relax. Open up your knees and find your child's pose. The next pose we're going to be going into is down dog. You can always stay right here in child's pose, retreating. This is a wonderful option if down dog is not serving you. If you'd like to try down dog, fingers are spread apart. We're going to lengthen the arms out. Tuck your toes. Keep a nice bend in your knees as you lift your bum up. Ears are right between your upper arms. Your spine is long. Back of your arms are firm. It's okay if your heels are not touching the ground. And right here, just take a few breaths. Think of an upside down letter V. Belly pulls in. It may feel good to pedal one heel towards the mat and then the other, or it may feel good just to stay still with your body. Allow a little play, and then hold. Take your gaze between your hands, walk your feet to your hands, and forward fold. Everything hangs here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in both knees, reverse your swan dive all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Return to mountain. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Swan dive forward and fold. Inhale, half lift. Now exhale, and this time we're gonna step back into a plank. Now your plank can be high, or you can be right above your kneecaps, kneeling. You can also pick that tabletop option that we did the first time. Shoulders are stacked right over your wrist. There's space between your ears and your shoulders. And right here in whichever plank you're picking, kneeling or full, feel your midsection engage. And you may want to play, come up a little bit, and then come down. And for this first round, if you're up in that full plank, come into a kneeling plank. We're gonna do what's called a chaturanga. Hugging your upper arms into your ribs. See how slowly you can lower your body all the way to your mat. And then from here, moving into baby cobra. Tops of your toes press into your mat. Fingers are light. You use your back body to lift up. Perhaps your hands come up hovering, an inch or two are above the mat. Come back to your breath, keeping it nice and fluid. You should feel your bottom, your low back, posture muscles. Double check, make sure your toes are pressing into the mat. Your gaze is just a few inches in front of you towards the ground, keeping your neck in neutral. Feel the power of your back body. And then gently release. Use your upper body to push up. Open up your knees and pull back into child's pose. Take a few breaths. And then if you'd like, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, and we'll return to down dog. Again, a nice bend in the knees. You may feel that your body's opening and your heels are starting to come a bit closer to the mat. It may also feel good to lift both heels up and down a few times. It's most important that you have a very long spine. Your head is relaxed, upper arms engaged. Just notice what's opening in your body right here. Now take your gaze between your hands, walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, let everything go. And then reverse your swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Return to mountain. And as you repeat these moves, they'll become more familiar. You'll spend less time watching me, more time connecting with yourself. And that's what's really important with yoga. Noticing the subtleties, body, mind, and spirit. Inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive, and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Now step back into plank of your choice, knowing that tabletop is an option. So we can be in full plank, hips are level with your shoulders, or kneeling again a little bit above your kneecaps, so not directly on your kneecaps. And then very slowly use that upper body, either in full or in modified plank. See how slow you can lower down. And then we'll lift up into baby cobra, holding, feeling your back body engage. And this is not too high of a lift. Just an inch or two is very, very powerful. And then release down. Use your hands to push up. Let's take a retreat in child's pose. So child's pose is an excellent asana. In yoga, asana means pose, just to retreat back into. And that concept of meeting yourself where you're at, some days you may just want to pull back into child's pose, shut your eyes, and focus on deep breath. And then when you feel right, return to the physical asanas. Many times that can be a very, very powerful practice. If you'd like, reaching the arms out, tucking the toes, and exploring down dog one more time. Upside down B. Fingers are spread apart, taking stress off of your wrists. The back of your arms are nice and firm. Just feel that length in your spine from your tailbone all the way down the spine through your neck. If you feel rounded at all, put more of a bend in your knees. Let your belly hover your thighs. Length is the most important part of down dog. Now take your gaze front. Walk your feet to your hands, forward fold. Just take a second here in this forward fold. It may feel nice to grab opposite elbows. Let your torso hang. Maybe even rock a little bit side to side. Again, you'll just notice all those areas your body may be gripping, holding. Just invite those areas to release. Come back center, release your hands. Deep bend in your knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse your swan dive all the way up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Come to the very top of your mat, and this is where, if you have blocks, they may serve you well. So if you have blocks, take them to the side. We're just starting in mountain pose. Just take a second to shut your eyes and really connect. Mountain pose. Strong, confident, solid, unmoving. You're not just standing. You're standing with stability. Every muscle in your body is working together so that you are unmoving. If your eyes are shut, open for a second. Take your hands to heart center, press your palms. And again, start to notice how that slight press will really activate your abdominals, which is important for protecting your low back. Now take the leg closest to me and step back so you are in a lunge. Your back heel is up, front knee is aligned with your toes, shoulders over your hips. This is called a high lunge. You should feel your hip, right where my hand is, opening. Squeeze your tush and press it forward just a bit more. Think about softening the shoulders. You may notice your body is creating heat. Although you are unmoving right now, you are strong. It's always okay to come up, out a little bit, and then sink back down. Now take your hands behind your bum as if you're holding a beach ball. Squeeze your shoulder blades to your spine and feel your posture muscles really engaging. Find a soft spot in front of you to look at. Again, that's called your drishti. Then take your hands to heart center. Reach up, relaxing the shoulders from your ears. And then your hands are going to sweep down. And this is where if you've got the blocks, you can hold them. They simply bring your arms closer to the ground. Now step back a bit more with your back leg. And this is 1, 2, for sensitive knees. You may want a little padding. We're going to drop the back knee down and then lift your chest right here. Your back toe can be tucked under or it can be lengthened. And then come on your fingertips. So lengthening your chest even more, and then sweeping up. You're in a kneeling lunge. Make sure that your front knee is behind your toes and lined up with your toes. And just hold right here. You're gonna feel a lot of opening through your hip flexor. We tend to hold a lot in that area. Take a few more breaths. And then find your blocks or your mat. Tuck your back toe. Lift back up. So you're lifting back into your front leg. Come to your fingertips. With a long spine, you're gonna hover your front thigh. Fly your arms. See if you can stay right here. And then sweep the arms up. Take your hands to heart center. And then we'll bring our hands down. You can move your blocks out of the way. Step your back foot in to join your front. Forward fold. Take a few breaths. Just let everything hang down. Notice your body getting heavier and heavier as you flow, creating heat and space. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in both of your knees. Reverse your swan dive all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're going to try that with the opposite leg. I'm just going to go to the other side of my mat so that you have a visual. You can stay right where you're at, or if you'd like to change your perspective, you're welcome to. So we're going to step back with the opposite leg. First finding high lunge. So your back heel is up. Shoulders and hips are aligned. Glute is tight. Hip is pushing forward. Front knee is aligned with your toes. Now this can look, even right here, if you notice I'm a little higher, this can be a high lunge, or you could step back and come down deeper. This is just, again, meeting yourself where you're at, picking what's best for you. Whatever position you're in, let's find that beach ball right behind your bum. Breathing, finding a soft spot to gaze at. It's my cat Oreo coming in between my legs. And then take your hands to heart center. And yeah, there he goes, through my legs. Take your hands down, find your blocks or your mat. We're gonna come into that kneeling lunge. So again, you're not right on your kneecap, you're a little bit above. Chest is lifted. Double check your front knee and your toes. Drop your shoulders, lift your chest. And then when you're ready, come to the fingertips. And then we're gonna come up, opening the chest. Hip pushes forward. And just breathing. It's been a while since you've done flexibility work or yoga. You'll notice lots of different things, or if it's your first time. Front leg is working, hip is opening. There's a lot going on, integrated movement. It might feel good to reach up. We can always allow a little play here. And the hands are gonna come back to your blocks. Tuck your back toe, engage your leg, lift up. Come to your fingertips, lengthen your spine, and then see if you can hover over your front thigh. Chin is a bit off of your chest. And sweep the arms up. Hip goes forward. Take that deep breath. Hands sweep down. Back foot joins your front, forward fold. And then inhale, halfway up, half lift. Exhale, fold. And very slowly reverse swan dive all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Now we'll turn back front. Finding mountain pose. Grounding your feet hip width apart. Firming your thighs. Drawing your belly in, hugging your ribs. Reaching down as you reach up. Inhale up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive forward and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse that swan dive all the way up. Sink into chair. Press through both feet evenly. Come up, open your chest. And then release your hands to your sides. Let's take 3 deep breaths into the belly. Inhale up. On the exhale, let your hands float down. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale. One more time, big breath in. And exhale. Now take your hands to heart center. Press the palms. Place all your weight into your right foot. Tiptoe your left. And this may be where you are today. Or, with that tiptoe, open up your leg to the back. This is called tree pose. You can go below the knee, or if you would like, above the knee. Just make sure that you're not right on that kneecap. Palms pressed together, soft gaze forward. If you fall out, tell yourself, good job. All we need to do is show up and meet ourselves where we're at. We all fall out. If you'd like, you can expand your branches, reach up. And even if you just feel a moment of stillness, enjoy it. Hands to heart center. See if you can float the knee to the front. And then relax down. Shake everything out. Mountain pose. Inhale up even slower. Exhale, soften your knees. Swan dive slow and fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Deep bend in both of your knees. Reverse your swan dive so slowly. Hands to heart center. Sink into chair. And pause. Shake out your shoulders. Slowly come up. Shoulder blades kiss your spine as you open your chest, maybe even further. Fingers are reaching down and back, crown of your head up. And hands back to heart center. This time, take your weight evenly on your left foot. Tiptoe your right, press your palms, activate your belly. And then maybe open, taking any part of this that's right. You can take your foot right on your calf, or if you'd like, a little higher. This is tree pose. And if you fall out, just start again, building your resilience. Resilience is that ability, if you fall out, to get back up and start again. Perhaps growing your branches. Hands to heart center. Lift your knee. See if you can float it down. Shake everything out. Let's do 3 more deep breaths. Again, feeling that breath go into your belly. Let your belly expand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Or if you ever want to do an audible exhale just to release something that you do not need to carry, please do. Inhale up. Exhale. Sometimes it just feels nice to make a little noise. In yoga, traditionally when we breathe, we keep our mouths shut to keep that internal heat. However, it's always okay to make that audible. Just let something go that you do not need to carry. We're going to transition now into a seated position. If you have a bolster, and this can also be a beach towel, a blanket, a harder cushion, it will really help with sitting tall. So we're going to come into a seated position. Just crossing your legs, really finding your seat, and then taking your fingertips, pushing down so that you lift and expand your chest, drop your shoulders, and the crown of your head goes straight up. Now from here, turn your thumbs out and really feel the seat. We're going to take the right arm, just reach up and over and pause. taking a few breaths, opening your side body. And then releasing down. Left arm reaching up and over. And then come back in. Let's do that again. Leading with your thumb. And think about letting go of expectations. All of our bodies are built differently. We should all look different in the positions. If you feel that opening, it's enough. Switch sides, reaching up and over. And then relax. Take both of your shoulders up to your ears, back and down. So very slow, intentional back shoulder rolls. You may even want to shut your eyes here. We tend to hold a lot in this region. Then let the shoulders drop down. Place your palms up. Drive your elbows back just a bit. And just to the front, we're going to do some very slow half neck circles. So taking your ear to your shoulder, pausing, just noticing the whole side of your neck into your shoulder opening. Roll your chin to your chest, ear to the other shoulder, and pause. And this is a nice one with your eyes shut. Just nice slow rolls. If there's a spot that needs opening, allow yourself to hold it there. You can even think about taking breath into that area. You're inviting your neck and shoulder relief region to relax and release. And then bring your head back center. Take your time. And we're going to try a breathing technique called box breathing. So like a box, it'll be nice and even on each side. Inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding for 4. And we'll do 4 rounds of box breathing. Just shut your eyes, and please note if this doesn't work for you, you can always just breathe in and out. Just take that deep breath. So we'll begin our first round, inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, holding 4, 3, 2, 1, exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1, holding 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1, hold 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1, hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, and just breathe. Take a few breaths in and out. Take your hands to heart center and just notice how box breathing resonated with you. Like a box, it's very even. It's a nice technique to balance things out. And these breathing techniques you can take off of your mat and apply to your day. So if things are feeling chaotic, uneven, think of the box. Just do a few rounds of box breathing and see how that works for you off of your mat. Now we're gonna open our eyes and we're gonna transition to lying all the way down. If you have a strap, please grab it. Just make sure it's right by the side of you. A towel, beach towel, works really well. And then to roll down, you can either roll to your side and roll back, or you can use your belly. Lie down and just come into a full body stretch. Reach your hands, point your toes. Feel the ground beneath you. And then in opposition, when you're ready, bend both knees. Hug your knees to your chest. Hands behind the thighs or around the shins. And feel your tailbone through your shoulders, pressing down. You can shut your eyes. You can even rock side to side, giving your low back a bit of a massage. And then hold center with your hands light behind your thighs, knees together. Make some circles up to the ceiling. Again, just massaging out your low back. And pausing center. Make circles the opposite direction. Hold center. Relax your feet just a few inches from your bottom. Your knees are bent up to the ceiling. You can take either leg, take your strap, place it underneath your foot, lengthen your leg up. So to get full length, you may find that your leg is further from your torso, or you may be able to move in a little bit closer. Here's my cat Oreo again. Now the other leg can stay bent, or you can lengthen it out. And if you don't have a strap, you can simply take your hands behind your thighs. And right here, just shut your eyes. And we're using the strap to let your arms relax. So think about your head getting heavier, shoulders getting heavier. We're just surrendering in, opening the entire back of the leg that's up towards the ceiling. Again, a nice time to shut your eyes, allow yourself to come in, take notice. There's nowhere to go. Just allowing your body to surrender into gravity. Softening your face, your jaw, your neck and your shoulders. Noticing the ebb and flow of your breath. It's that gentle rise and fall of your chest, ribs, and belly. Now, bend both knees in, release from the strap. Straighten out your spine, and we're just going to switch legs. So placing the strap around the other leg, toes are pulled towards your knee, lengthening out or keeping the leg bent. See what feels right. And you may find from one side to the other that you're in a different position. And that's very normal. So again, shut your eyes and allow yourself just to relax and release in. You can notice if your mind is busy or calm. Notice if you're creating more ease in your body, or if you still feel tense. And in that concept of meeting yourself where you're at, wherever you are, it's okay. Just embrace it. Give yourself what you need. That's really what yoga is all about. Not about doing things perfectly or being super bendy. It's a time for you to come in, take care of yourself, and figure out what you need in your body, mind, energy, spirit, to be a better version of yourself. We all deserve me time. Time for you. Time for self-care. And then bend your knee in. Release your leg from the strap. Go ahead and give yourself another hug in with the knees. Maybe a little rock side to side. Might feel good just to circle out your ankles. Or point and flex. And take your feet to the ground. And right here, we're just going to let the knees open up. It may feel nice for you to put blocks under your thighs. Tuck your shoulders under, palms are up. This is called reclining butterfly. Just soften your face. Let gravity completely take over. Let your breath return to normal. And we're going to stay here for another minute. This nice, quiet, still space. And of course, somebody's ringing my doorbell. That's okay. Part of yoga is just letting that pass on by. Every exhale, body gets heavier and heavier. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you would like. This final relaxation is called Shavasana. If you're ready, you can just support your legs, bring your knees together, give yourself a hug in, then roll onto your right side, fetal position. Coming out of final relaxation in your own time. Push up with your arms. And we come back to a seated position. You may want to grab your bolster and have a seat on your bolster. Just come back to that seated position. Legs crossed, sitting tall. Again, think about the fingers pressing down. Take your hands to heart center. Shut your eyes. And just notice what has shifted. Body, mind, spirit. Each time we come to our mats, we're in a slightly different space. We're going to end our practice, and you can stay right there with a random power thought card by Louise Hay. I feel like I always draw the card that's meant to be. So eyes shut, hands at heart center, and you can take this thought in or let it float on by. So our power thought of the day is divine wisdom guides me. I am guided throughout this day in making the right choices. Divine intelligence continuously guides me in the realization of my goals. I am safe. Divine wisdom guides me. And keeping your hands at heart center. If your eyes are shut, you can open them. And then we just end our yoga practice with Namaste, which means the light in me respects the light in you. Namaste. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Again, our theme is really focusing in on the basics and learning how to meet ourselves where we're at. So possibly reflect on that concept of letting go of expectations and giving yourself permission for what you need. And that's a tough concept, especially if we're competitive and into sports and in the society where we're always want that gold star, want first place, right? But yoga, there is so much benefit to the rest and restore aspect, and we will be exploring that deeper and deeper along with the poses. Thank you so much for joining, and I can't wait to hear your comments on class.